everybody, it is David and Jen here with David Christophers, and we're coming to you today to show you one of our favorite trees this season. It was very popular at market, and I can't wait to see how it turns out, but you're making a few revisions to it.
Yeah, so at market we actually had this on a flocked tree, and I have a green tree because our flocked trees are still on their way in transport to us, and because our open house starts in 2 days, I have to go ahead and decorate this.
So by the time you see this video, we may have the trees and the open house is probably going to be over, but that's where we are right now, is trying to get this ready for our open house, and it's a little bit different. And David has put it in an urn, so that's something new.
That is a little different also. It's on top of a table in an urn, so but this is our Oh Holy Night theme. So this one's very special to Jen and I because this is kind of our meaning for the season. This one is the one that has all the nativity ornaments and things like that in this tree. So since I did not have a flocked tree, I'm going to be adding a lot of different flocked branches that we did have into my tree to make it snowy, and hopefully that's going to work. So you may have noticed that I did not completely cover all of the green with my white flocked stems. And part of the reason why is because I've got some stems that are mixed that have some flocked kind of frosted branches with some platinum, and I'm going to use those also. So we're getting down to that nativity part of our tree.
Ooh,
where we have
pretty.
Embroidered nativity ribbon.
This is Believe.
It has the nativity in the B part of the Believe.
This feels so good and soft. It's like velvet.
It is
velvet. Are you using this one as well?
Yeah, I'm going to use a little bit of that one. And I'm also going to use our Blessed ribbon. That's a glitter print on velvet. So more like a champagne velvet.
Awesome. Well, this ribbon really makes me think about, a lot of you have been a part of our story for the last year, and if you don't know, in 2019 we had a flood in our store and lost pretty much everything. And then in 2020 we had the pandemic, which affected small businesses everywhere. And then 2021 we've had these shipping delays, and we've also had labor shortages and issues with things of that nature. And so this just really makes me think about, David and I were talking about just the faithfulness of God in our lives. And sometimes we get so caught up in God doing things for us, and we want Him to do something for us. We want Him to answer that prayer. But sometimes instead of just worrying about what He can do for us, we need to just focus on who He is and who He is to us. And this season, and all the seasons, He's always been so faithful, year after year, to us and our family and our business, even though it's not always easy.
Yeah, especially to me, I've been thinking about it a lot lately, because we've been talking about it a lot lately, that, you know, it feels like it should be easier. And a lot of times I think as believers, we get to a place where we think, oh, things are supposed to be easy, but they're not necessarily supposed to be easy. And I actually think that God allows us sometimes to go through things because it reminds us, because people are very forgetful.
Yes.
I'm very forgetful. I don't know about you.
Yes.
I'm very forgetful. That it's easier to remember him as, I need something. And I think, that's not where I want to be. I want to remember him daily, not because of my needs, but I think he allows us to be in a place sometimes where we focus on him because we have no alternative, where we have to focus on him. We have to remember who he is and that he's in control, and that I'm not in control of shipping,
No.
supply chains, any of that thing. It feels like nobody's in control of it.
Yeah, is
at
anybody?
times,
I
but
don't know.
we know the Lord's got us in his hands and he's taking care of us. So we're trying to choose every day to have a good outlook, a good positive notion that even if it doesn't happen the way we want it to, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not God's will. That it's sometimes that's to bring us closer to him, and that's the greatest blessing we could receive.
Yeah, just to focus on who he is to us in those moments, and remember that he sticks closer than a brother. He never leaves us nor forsakes us, and he always provides and takes care of our needs. And some of these things are just ways we get to learn about him even more and his character. So I hope you all can use the things that you're going through during this season as character building. Like the Bible tells us, trials produce endurance and steadfastness and patience.
I don't think any of us are crazy about any of those things. We like it in other people, just not learning it ourselves.
All right, we'll get started with this ribbon.
So I'm cutting like a 36-inch strip-ish of ribbon, and I'm just going to be tucking this in so that I can alternate between my believe with the nativity and my actual embroidered nativity. I don't want to overdo one or the other, so I'm just going to be tucking this into a branch pretty deep and then letting this come out and go back in to a branch, making sure that's secure. It's in the store. Somebody will inevitably pull it out if I don't secure it very well. And then I'm going to let those kind of separate a little bit. Keeping going with some of our metallic beaded iced holly. This is our Royal Joyous Noel holly spray. It's going to look really good coming out from the tree. Gives a nice glisten with that beaded metallic finish. For our Oh Holy Night theme, we also have these gold branches with the crystal sprays, because we're welcoming kings in. A rabbit squirrel. this thing where the only thing that sticks out are your two front teeth. Don't leave that in the video.
It wasn't attractive. So we are going to add some ornaments to the tree. I have this geometric finial shaped ornament in gold, and I also have this VP.
It's a faux
shiny
mercury
ball. Yeah.
light gold 8-inch.
I was going to look, yeah, 8-inch. That's what I was looking for. And VP, in case you don't know, when you see that on our website, it means vacuum plated. So see, this doesn't have any runs or anything in the finish.
Right. So, moving on, we've got our iced beaded finial version, another geometric. We've just got several different gold, light gold, faux mercury. These are plastic, you know, thankfully you can actually bounce them a little bit. Not too hard, or not to be played with. So now we have our, what I like to call our shabby chic finish in some ornaments. It is a gold, kind of a platinum gold with white that's brushed over it, so you get that more dull finish. We've got like a shooting star, we've got a couple of different pine cones. And one thing I love about pine cones is pine cones are great if they hang. So I like pine cones to hang off of my tree. But I also like my pine cones. Sometimes I'll just wire the back of it and I'll tuck it into the tree on a tree branch and I'll wire it where it stands up as opposed to hanging. Which also works well.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining.
So I have an ornament that says peace, and it is a glitter finish on the inside and beads on the outside with a little bow, and the word peace is etched into the glitter background.
And I have our laser cut arched doors with little wreaths that have joy and Noel that I like to put in front door wreaths because, you know, what you need on your front door
It's so
wreath
cute!
is a front door that says joy and Noel.
With a wreath.
Yeah.
Love it. These are clever.
Long lay the world in sin and error pining.
So we've also got our kind of, this is almost like a rose gold color. It's a little bit different, but we're going to add that in. And then we've also got fruit picks that have the, they're in metallic gold, but they've got the platinum brush over them. So they're a little shabby chic style. And with the pomegranate, we're going to add those in and be almost finished.
And the soul felt its worth, a thrill of hope. The weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voice says, oh, night.
It's the after Christmas party.
Oh my gosh! Look at the star ornaments! Like, will you bring those back again and again and again?
I don't know.
What do I even mean?
It means it depends on what mood I'm in.
What mood? What about everybody else's mood? What
And
about
if they
my
sell
mood?
well the year before.
What do you mean? They're gorgeous. David, if you don't bring these back next year, we're gonna have some serious problems. I'm probably gonna have to fight you.
How
Look
many of them
pretty
did you
this
buy?
is. Not yet. I'm in college. I have to pinch every penny. These textbooks demand my money. I
think those are great to like throw at people.
You want to weaponize
my
an
version
ornament?
of a throwing star.
First of all, I'm not an engineer, but those dimensions do not sound right to me. This is so pretty. This could be a weapon, though. That is kind of scary. But she's still pretty.
I like those things the cops throw down to blow out your tires when you're driving too fast.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Please do not put that on YouTube.
You never know
it's
which
just
end.
brewing in your head. You just like deleted footage at the end, like 10 seconds. You know it.
Now we're going to use Jen's wood bead snowflake earrings in a different color. And we also have natural wood bead chandelier garland. Ah, tangle.
Here, I feel like people won't remember.
They don't remember your earrings?
Mm-mm. You had to have watched the Holly Jolly video to see my earrings. And also the garland with my necklace.
That's true. You had a garland there.
My Christmas jewelry line is coming together. I won't quit my day job.
And Christ was born. Oh, night divine. Oh, night divine. Led by the light of faith, serenely beaming, with glowing hearts by his cradle we stand. So lit by light, our stars sweetly gleaming. Here come the wise men.
So we've added our nativity under our tree. And I've also decided to add one last thing to our tree, which is our, I believe this is Winter Glam poinsettia in gold. Haha, I got it right.
King of kings, lay thus lowly manger in all our trials, born to be our friend. Oh, fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine, the night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born.